to be fair, you weren't right. You were wrong, and the people awarding the awards were also wrong. But your answer did match what was announced on the day. Yes, you're correct about that. Hi everyone, this is Never Gonna Give You Up, Alex. Welcome to the Real Gamerscore podcast. This week I am joined by Always Letting You Down, Kirby.
Howdy.
Here at the Real Gamerscore podcast, we like to discuss all things Xbox, achievements, and being Nostradamus. This week we talk about the historically excellent Xbox console names, supersonic, acrobatic, rocket-powered Forza Battle Royales, and Green Day plus 30 years. But first, here's the song of the week. I wanna be the number one, like Stallion never was. Gamerscore is my real test, achievements are my cause. I will jewel box and join sessions, racking up the score. Completing hard and easy games, love seeing that score rise. Achievements, gotta earn 'em, it's you and me. Time to get in the lobby. Achievements, oh, the dopamine. I completed another game. Achievements, gotta earn 'em. All I need more score. Radalaka will get me there. Smirnov, I'm coming for you. Achievements, gotta earn 'em. Oh, gotta get the score. Achievements.
I love the Digimon theme song.
Yeah, you got it first. Are you not supposed to tell everyone?
It's alright. I'll definitely remember to get rid of that. now that I'm back on editing duty. Oh, it's good to be back to awful Sydney weather. It is horrible.
What, was too cold, I imagine?
No, it's smoky.
Oh, yeah. They've got some bushfires around.
Yeah, just because you don't take... No, I'm not going to get into it. But I would wake up some days and go, is the hotel on fire? Or is it just smoke leaking in through the closed windows? That's how bad it was.
Yeah, I saw some pictures. I think they were playing a cricket game there.
Yeah.
It was just hazy as. I don't know how it was not called off due to poor lighting conditions.
It was awful. It was also Sydney, so...
Yes.
Having spent now twice, I've been to Melbourne in recent history. I'm realizing how bad Sydney is in comparison. I'm much preferring Melbourne. I used to like Sydney more. I did.
Why?
I don't know.
Ask anyone from Melbourne, they'll tell you we're better.
And Chinatown with Eating World.
We've got a Chinatown.
Yeah, but you don't have Eating World.
I don't even know what that is.
That's an eatery called Eating World. I know.
I had a feeling it might be something like that, hey?
But it's brilliant. It's fantastic. It's like, I reckon that Chinatown's probably the best Chinatown.
What about actual Chinatown?
Well, that's
I don't know
China.
if there's an actual Chinatown. Yeah, I was going to say, what about all of China?
You mean, it's not a Chinatown, that's a China.
It's a China country. Okay, yeah, all right, fair enough.
That is the best China country.
Well, China is the best China country. That's what you've learned today on the Real Gamerscore podcast. Well, circling back to the song that I just did, the wonderful song, you can send a guess for what song that is to the Real Gamerscore account on True Achievements. That's Real Gamerscore, all one word with a 5 instead of the S in score. Send a guess in there and you'll go in the draw, which is now monthly. So we'll draw that in one of the early shows next month and you'll get a code for something. What is it?
It's currency. It's like $10,
currency.
$15, depending on your region.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. Easy contest to enter. Speaking of other contests...
10 euros.
10 euros, yeah. No, fair enough.
Probably won't, because it sounds expensive, but you could.
I think the euro isn't too bad to the Australian dollar.
Yeah.
It's not that far. Not compared to pounds anyway. It's like £17 to $1 Australian dollar, approximately. But yeah, speaking of contests, we've got the random to-do list contest going on, as we always do. You get so from your random to-do list, you earn 1 achievement, and you have a guess at the trivia question, which this week is another game with the word keeper Keeper in the title, right?
Yeah, because the game in question is Rift Keeper, which is a sometimes you game. Apparently it's a game. Apparently it's pretty quick, pretty easy, but I haven't been able to test it myself, but there it is. Yeah,
so for that contest, you send the answer to random to-do list on True Achievements. That's also all one word. Get your entry in there, and we will draw that at one of the early shows next month.
Mm-hmm.
We are, of course, talking about what kind of break we have in between Christmas and New Year's, so we'll have a chat about that in the Discord when we figure out what we're doing.
Yeah, because Christmas Eve is the night before Christmas, you idiot. Christmas Eve is our recording night, is what I meant to say. Yeah. And then, obviously, New Year's Eve then is also the night of our recording. So, not 100% sure whether we just sort of do something fun and easy and record it this weekend and it's not serious and it's just a bit of a joke episode or what, but we'll figure it out probably. Or we won't.
Episode
and you
72A. Yeah. We'll do something. Yeah. Also, you can, like I said about the Discord, you can join the Discord if you're not already there. And if you're not already there, I mean, you might just need to have a quick word with yourself on that one. But you can find an invite to join us at discord.io/realgamerscore. You can also find our Patreon page at patreon.com/realgamerscore. You can check out the tiers over there and support us if you're willing and able. We would love that. But the news, big news week this week. We could be here for hours talking about news, but we'll start with this one here. Little weird one.
We'll start with Chin correctly predicting Game of the Year 2019.
Okay, all right, you get that one out.
I just want to, to be honest, I didn't believe it either. I said it because I wanted it more than I really thought it was. But my God, was I right?
To be fair, you weren't right. You were wrong, and the people awarding the awards were also wrong. But your answer did match what was announced on the day. Yes,
the answer I said was the one that was said, not necessarily the correct answer, because we all know the correct answer was the Untitled Goose Game. You filthy scum.
Yes, I think my favourite thing about that, I actually put that stream on while I was at work and just let it run. So I don't know if I'm getting some Mad Dog Mix Pot.
I got the Mix Pot. I watched it after the fact as well. I didn't watch it live.
Okay.
So
that's good.
You should.
I was just happy because all during the week before that on Twitter, all the PlayStation fanboys were like, "Oh, Death Stranding's got it in the Game Awards. They love Kojima. It's gonna win. It's gonna win." I'm like, I don't think so.
Did it win anything? It won.
It won one thing, I think it was. Yeah,
which
it was one thing.
Does my head in because it's just like a radio. Like it's like Forza being given the best soundtrack because it's picked the best music from other people to put in its game.
Well, I mean,
it's not
music is an important part of a game. I don't know, but I've not heard any music.
It's not like they've made a soundtrack for the game. They just basically pulled songs from artists to put in their game.
Yeah,
that's not as opposed.
I know
to,
what you're saying. It's not like an original score
example,
like Halo or something.
Or Kingdom Hearts that was also up. I don't know how you give best soundtrack to something that's not original. That's just me. I didn't even care that Kingdom Hearts didn't win because whatever. But that a non-original soundtrack won was, I don't know. Just seems kind of like the point is over there and you've run in the opposite direction.
So, all right, we're going to get off on our first tangent here. So, you know how we were talking last time you and I were both on the show about
I don't remember
the
that,
best
to be honest.
moment...
That was a long time ago.
You'll remember when I tell you. The best moment that ever happened in esports.
Yeah.
And I suggested it was This Is Rocket League.
Yeah.
When I think Justin hit that mad
goal
in Game 7. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I'm still right about that. Having said that, I have been watching a few videos on YouTube about the titled top esports moments and stuff like that. I think part of my inability to recognise a different game's great moment
is because you don't play it.
No, not because I don't play it, because I don't understand.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the best moments were from Dota or League, and I don't really understand what the point is of the games and how you play it. So I'm like, they're talking about, and the casters are going, they're super hyped, like when Justin, it was Justin, wasn't it? They hit that "This is Rocket League" goal.
Yeah, Justin.
And they're getting
his rookie year.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I don't understand what's happening here. Like, things are being shot at, and, I'm like, I don't understand. So, I'm not saying I was wrong, because I don't think I was wrong, but I'm prepared to recognise that I have difficulty seeing that from the other side of you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
no, it is very difficult to, and because my girlfriend watches League and Dota, so watches the Worlds and stuff like that, and I kind of she essentially explains to me why this is good. I get MOBAs in the general sense. I'm terrible at them because I just am. I'm just awful at MOBAs. But so she's explained to me why this thing was an epic moment, essentially. And because context is a lot of, if someone's hitting a 0-second goal for a reverse sweep, to us that has a lot of context and makes a lot of sense that they're coming from, in a best of 7, hitting a 0-second goal to win a reverse sweep makes a lot of sense. To someone who's not played Rocket League, it doesn't make sense to Alex, what? I'm just looking at your face and you're like,
no,
yes.
I'm listening.
So, and there are a lot of moments earlier in other esports, and I talk about Overwatch again because the one that sticks out to me is an early moment in Overwatch, and I'll give context. It was when what was considered to be the best team in the world, a team that from North America that just rinsed through our other team. Like no other team in North America came close. They would do things like they were so good they would keep other teams in their spawn point. Like they would just kill them as soon as they got out of their spawn. That's how much better they were. The skill gap was so huge. And the first LAN of Overwatch, they're in the semi-finals against an EU team for the first time. Close game, back and forth. Gets down to the last. There's an overtime on the final point of the final map. The EU team wins, and the casters freak out and makes a line that will stick. Like it's a not an original line, but it just with that moment stuck to me forever. It's he screams out, "The king is dead, long live the king," which is it. Just that moment sticks out to me. It's essentially the equivalent for me of this is Rocket League.
See that I understand it. Like watching Overwatch, I don't quite understand what all the different
but that moment where this dominant team who just been mopping the floor with other teams came up against an EU team for the first time, found some opposition, and were doing well, but then just got beaten. Just that goosebumps. I get goosebumps from that. And I watch it again, and it wasn't that high.
To you talk about it, actually.
Because
I knew what was coming, and I'm like, yeah. But the thing is, I think Overwatch, like I said, I understand it. I can watch it and have a reasonable understanding of what's happening.
Because in a general sense, it's just a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
There's some powers,
but that people watch Rocket League, and they probably can, whether they enjoy it or not, they could get what was happening pretty easily. Whereas I think Dota and League,
you have to play to understand.
You have to at least have spent some time watching it to understand what's going on. Whereas I'm not. It's not really my thing. So I see clips of it, and I'm just like, I mean, they're running and like shooting little zappers at each other, and I don't know.
Okay, best esports person, Booger. Really, where did we hear about him outside of the Fortnite World Cup?
I've never heard of him.
Exactly. In any news, nothing.
Where's Johnny Boy? He's the only caster I can think of.
No, not as a caster, as a player. Best esports player.
Oh, as a player. Okay.
Yeah. The Fortnite World Cup winner. Yeah, Justin. Come on. How do you not have Rocket League in there? That's right. It's right. It's all rigged anyway.
Yeah, it's all rigged.
Hashtag rigged.
All right. Let's go on to the next news article here. You finish your gloating about Sekiro? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I didn't want to say it in case spoilers.
It's been out a week, mate.
Yeah, so was the episode, but We didn't say the name the whole time. I don't think I did.
Write it down in the Times. No, you didn't. Write it down in the Times and you can edit it out.
I don't care.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. All right, so a weird one here. It seems something maybe no one ever asked for, but it's happening anyway. So Forza Horizon 4 is getting a Battle Royale. It has got a Battle Royale mode because it's out now. I thought about this when it came out, and I'm just like, what the hell? A car racing game with Battle Royale? I just don't understand it. And I read about it, and I was reading it, and I still didn't understand it. So I went and watched a video to try and kind of get my head around it. And have you seen any videos of this, or have you read about this?
I haven't. No, I haven't watched any content. I watched the trailer for it, the announcement trailer, and I haven't seen anything else about it.
Yeah, the trailer doesn't seem to say very much, really.
No, it just looks like racing.
Yes,
to be honest.
So
with upgrades, because the car changes midway through.
Yes, at the risk of explaining something extremely poorly, I'm going to have a go anyway. There's a circle that closes in, as every Battle Royale game, but when you're near other people, you can challenge them to a race. Mm-hmm. Like, you remember the old Need for Speed games where you could do free roam challenges one-on-one? So you'd have that, and you race to the next point, which is, I believe, in the circle. It has to be in the circle. But it's somewhere further in the circle. Mm-hmm. You can randomly come across upgrades, which upgrade your car. So you start off in a Mini Cooper, and then you get an upgrade, and you can choose out of two cars. Like the video that I was watching, the guy started in the Mini. I think you always start in the Mini. Mm-hmm. And you have a choice between, it was a Ford Raptor and something else. Can't remember what it was, but he chose the Raptor, which is like an SUV.
Truck? SUV, yeah.
Yeah. So then he went around racing in that. So I think when you win the races, you get the upgrades. So it kind of
when you win the little head-to-heads.
Yeah. And if you lose a head-to-head, you're out. That's one of the ways you get eliminated. Okay. If you fall outside the circle, you're out. But you can also come across car upgrades randomly in the world.
Okay.
They're random drops. So it's it's a weird kind of system, but I think it kind of works. I mean, not being a racing guy myself, it's difficult to say, but I think it works. Having said that, there's achievements for winning. Playing your first game, that's fine. Driving 10 cars, so you've got to get upgrades. But winning matches, that's where people are going to struggle. Once. I think it was once.
There's one win, and there's one win without acquiring any car drops.
So that's win as the Mini, I reckon. And
or I think it's the drops. So you can still beat people in head-to-heads. You just can't pick up any drops.
But when you win a head-to-head, you get
but you can't. Upgrade. Yeah, that's fine. You just can't pick up any in the wild. You have to beat people because you have to beat someone at the end.
Yeah, one-on-one.
You're not likely to be lucky enough that the other person is just going to drive outside the circle. So you have to beat them. So that I think it's just those drops.
Oh yeah, someone's saying here you can upgrade your car through head-to-head races and still receive the achievement.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah, I was wrong about that. But yeah, it's really bizarre. I mean, we said at E3 2 years ago, there's going to be just battle royales everywhere. It
there is.
Seems like it's kind of coming true now.
Okay, so shooters are the obvious one. Now we've got a racing game. What is the next big genre that gets a battle royale?
Next big genre.
What other games would it work with?
Well, we talked about Rocket League, which is kind of a different genre, but at least you can get some demos.
It'd have to be demos. It'd be over so quick.
It depends how big the open is and how often your boost recharges.
Yeah.
My wife just got home, so my dog's going a bit crazy at the door.
That's right.
Hey, it's my dog this week and not your dog.
Yeah, that's because my dog's incapacitated.
Yeah. She's got a little cast on.
I just don't see Rocket League working. But I'm sure it probably could, because why not? But in my head, I can't. Demos are just so awful. I don't know why you would make a mode around it, but
Yeah.
like platformers wouldn't really work.
Well, you could. I mean,
how often do you have competitive platforming in general?
But if you had a platform like I'm thinking Super Mario Brothers Wii, where you have 30 people in the same level and you race to the end.
Okay.
That's
just
technically a battle royale. Everyone's racing against each other. I mean, they put in Tetris, really. So,
yeah, Tetris, I get how a puzzle game could have that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a big rap on battle royales at the best of times, so this was a total surprise to me. I'm not going to play it. But...
I mean, it goes along the same vein as Tetris, but like a Rock Band or a Guitar Hero, where perform in the same way that Tetris, where you have to. Obviously, with Tetris, there's two ways you can. Well, the only way you lose is by getting into hitting the ceiling, but other people can add blocks to your map.
Yeah,
I guess in some way, playing well gives you attacks which adds more notes to people's tracks.
Well, they had battle mode in Guitar Hero. I don't know if they had it in Rock Band, but they had battle mode in Guitar Hero.
Yeah, how does that work?
So you're playing the same notes when you hit power up. So there was one that like switches you from lefty flip to... I play lefty flip, from lefty flip to righty flip.
Yeah.
There's one that makes all your notes double. So all your single notes are doubles, all your doubles are triples.
Yep.
Yeah, and so on.
You just do that on a bigger scale, and if if you get to the whatever, you've got a performance meter of doing well and doing bad. If you get into doing bad, you're eliminated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it could work, but given the success of
but then the
unsuccess of Rock Band 4, I don't know that that's coming.
The attacks would have to be completely random, like as in you couldn't. I don't know how you would, whilst playing, decide I'm going to target this specific person. It's just sort of got to be random, sent to whoever, I guess.
Yeah. So a bit of luck to get through, like every battle royale,
I guess you could pick offense, defense as well, whether you wanted to give yourself a shield from an attack or something. Yeah, that's right. I reckon that's probably the most feasible in my brain for what could be next.
Well, we talked a little bit earlier about the Game Awards. I think it was at the Game Awards that something I've been looking forward to is being resurrected. The Wolf Among Us 2. So it's kind of a feel-good story as well, because the article I'm reading here says that the developer, which is not clear to me whether it's Telltale or not, but they're getting back some key developers from the original Wolf Among Us game to work on the sequel. So apparently production started in 2017, but they couldn't quite get it done, and then Telltale folded shortly after. The studio's Ad Hoc Studios, created by former Telltale employees. So yeah. Anyway, I'm pretty excited about this. After The Walking Dead, this was my second favourite Telltale game. I really enjoyed the story, and I'd never heard of the comics that it came from before. But
no, neither.
I thought it was just a really interesting story, and I'd been hanging out for a second one for years, and now here we are. The game won't be out next year, so 2021 at the earliest. But I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's nice to see a property that people liked coming back. I'm tentatively cautious to see their release model and to see the quality of the game. Whether it just ends up being the same old Telltale.
I'd like to see all the episodes, if they are episodic, drop at once.
Yep, similar to what...
Netflix?
No, not Netflix.
New shows,
Tell Me Why, I think, is the game I'm thinking of. That's the next Don't Nod game.
Don't Nod, yeah.
And where they've said, at least I think they've said, all episodes will drop at once, but it's still episodic so that you can,
Yep, I could deal with that, yep.
Yeah. That would be fine by me. As long as you're purchasing all the episodes at once or whatever. Wolf Among Us is pretty good. I wouldn't mind having no idea of the source material. I don't know where you go with it because I don't know where the first one was going to go. To be honest, you know what I mean.
Well, they did kind of leave it on a cliffhanger.
Yeah. Whether I don't know whether that
really
was a cliffhanger, or more just the ending is mysterious. It's the story's done, but
yeah.
If I'm thinking of the same bit, the bus leaving walk away bit with all the clues,
like undoes her ribbon and
that.
But like, who's putting the ribbons on them?
Oh, no, that was I
don't think it was the crooked man.
No, it was someone the crooked
it's been
man,
a while since I played it. It's been a while since we both played it. I'm guessing.
Yeah. To be honest, I didn't remember who. I knew the villain. I just couldn't remember his name was until you. Luckily, you had that. It'd be
questionable.
It will definitely be interesting. So we don't have any console confirmation. Like, we have confirmation of consoles, just as the word. We can assume Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch 2. Because it will, by that point, it's going to be. And it's Epic exclusive on PC. You know, no surprises there. Everything is. But yeah.
Well, another thing that was announced at the awards, which probably everyone's been like, when are you going to talk about it? Well, now we're going to talk about it. So
I accidentally said it already.
No, that's cool. The Xbox Series X. So the first thing that struck me is the way it looks.
Xbox.
Oh, the name's dumb, but the first thing I saw when I saw it, because even though I had the Game Awards on my phone, I just left it streaming at my desk, and I didn't actually watch that much of it. But this, I mean, the way that this thing looks, it's
a PC tower.
What the hell is that?
I've no problem with it. It's a PC tower.
No, I have a massive problem with that, because as far as I'm concerned, it's still a damn console. And
chuck it horizontal.
They have. I don't think they've confirmed that you can yet.
Yes, they have.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh, I must have missed it.
You can pop it horizontal. It's not an issue. It's just all the heat funnels out the one side, essentially. The top side.
I still don't like it.
Oh,
I
think it's fantastic.
I think it looks like crap, but I'm prepared to admit that I may not be in the majority here, because actually True Achievements did a poll on it and said, what do you think of the design? 47% at the time I took this screenshot, 47% said love it, and 12.29% said not a fan, which is what I voted.
How many people said indifferent then?
20.73 for indifferent, and I want to know more was 19.97.
Okay,
dimensions, etc.
That shouldn't have been an option at all, because you want to know more about the design. You want to know more about how it looks. Are you an idiot?
Well, the size of it.
We can see the size. We can see the size by the controller.
Yeah.
It's three controllers tall, and the footprint is about the size of the controller if you put a block around it. So it's not a huge console. It's smaller than the X in terms of, like, if you put it horizontal, it'd be smaller than the X width-wise. Length-wise, I don't know. Probably smaller width-wise too. It's just a bit taller, and that shape.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't like it, but I'm happy that everyone else seems to either be indifferent towards or like it. Having said that, what I do like is its design a hell of a lot more than the alleged PlayStation 5 design. Have you seen this?
Yeah, those are dev kits. Well, they said those were dev kits with the design to funnel as much heat away as possible so that they could be pushed to their limits. But if that heat funneling is not available in the real one, then you won't be able to push it to its limits, will you?
No.
So
you know what that design reminds me of? A toilet seat.
Okay, I don't see that. I need to look at it again, but I don't see that. What are you on about?
Anyway.
You're a lunatic.
So we should probably talk about some of the specifics here. So about the Xbox anyway, not about the toilet seat PlayStation 5.
I'm sure that's what it's short for, but I've never ever heard someone say specifics. like as opposed to specs.
Oh,
okay. It is short for specifics, but you said specifics. I'm like, what? Yeah. All right, no, sorry, I tangented you.
I'm surprised that's what you got caught up on. All right, no worries. So I'll just read a bit from this article here. So from a tech standpoint, the Xbox Series X will boast world-class visuals, 4K resolution at 60 frames per second, with a possibility of hitting 120 frames per second. Variable refresh rate, 8K capacity will also be supported. It'll be powered by a custom-designed processor from AMD. I think I read that AMD also in PlayStations, the new PlayStations.
Yeah, they're both using the custom designed AMD processor, and they're both which runs the 7 nanometer Zen 2.
I have no idea what you just said.
Okay.
Zen 2. Right. Okay, yeah. Zen 2, next generation RDNA architecture. I don't actually know what that sentence means, but that's what it says. Ray tracing will be available on this console, which I think is really good news because that's a really good step forward. Variable rate shading, and it'll have an SSD for faster game loading times. So, that's a few of the specs or specifics if you like longer words like
me. It's using an NVMe drive, which is fantastic.
Not an SSD, is it? It's kind of like
that's an SSD,
RAM,
but you wouldn't. I feel like you would never say SSD.
I've always thought of that as like RAM rather than a hard drive.
Yeah. So you in the same way that an SSD is kind of still a hard drive. Hard drive is generally the magnetic SATA drive. SSDs the SSD SATA drive, and NVMe's are it's not SATA. NVMe. It's an NVMe SSD, not a SATA SSD. So it's like 6 times faster, 5 times faster. I mean, I think peak transfer speed and read speed, you're at like 2 gigabytes a second. So you do a 4K movie in a couple seconds.
Yeah. The other thing that I thought was interesting is that Phil apparently shut down those rumours recently of there being 2 consoles, like a powerful one and a less powerful version. But he
didn't shut down the rumours. He said, we don't want to confuse the message, so we're not talking about it.
Well, what I'm specifically referring to is how he said 2 consoles. What do you mean? We've already released one with the Xbox all digital.
Yeah, okay.
And he was alluding to that being the other one. But now, yes, I do remember him saying that. So apparently there's going to be another... Apparently, and this is a rumour, going to be another Series X type console. Might be the Series S if they're anything to go by. But anyway, it's pretty exciting. Hit a ballpark, have a prediction of what it's going to cost Australian dollars when it comes out. What did the
Project Scorpio cost? $650?
$650.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
And I reckon the
maybe
original
700.
Xbox One was $650.
Yeah, maybe 700.
I think it's going to be 700.
So 500 US is that price point that I would expect for this one. And then you get your other one, your cheaper, not as good version, probably looking at 300 US, so maybe 550 Australian.
So we're down to what, 11 months?
Yeah, it's less than a year out.
We're less than a year.
It's crazy.
Holiday 2020, what's that, November? So like 10 and a half.
Yeah.
10 and a half months. Question for you, are you going to get one day one?
Almost certainly. My concern, because they say they boast about how quick the loading times are. I'm sure it'll be quicker in general, but my concern is that loading times for newer stuff you won't notice that much of a difference because you're loading more things. Because you can load faster, you will load more things, and therefore loading times in general would sort of stay the same. If you looked at an Xbox One game loading, and then look at an equivalent game for the Series X on the Series X, where the load times would be the same because it's a bigger game. But if you looked at the same game on both platforms, that's when you'd see that difference. And as far as I'm aware, PlayStation 5 is not using an NVMe drive, so that's a big difference. Depends how well optimized everything is as well, but I think we're smashing them in that regard. You know, whether it's a 128 gigabyte drive. What's that? That's that. Look, 500 gigs, their favorite size, isn't it? That's what they like to sell.
I think it'll have a 2 terabyte drive in it.
Yeah, 2 terabyte, you reckon? Yeah, I'd hope so.
But, I mean, they absolutely cannot get away with 500 gigabytes.
Unless
1 terabyte,
especially not on the all digital version.
1 terabyte, I think people would be furious, given that game sizes are already at 100 gigabytes for quite a few games.
Yeah.
For me personally, I'm probably not going to get it as soon as it comes out, but not long after, probably 12 to 18 months after it comes out, I'll get it. I've just got too many things to play at the moment.
Yeah. So the other thing to clarify with the name is the make is Xbox, the model is Series X. So, like in the same way, Xbox One was the make of this generation. This one is Xbox, the model is Series X. Like how your iPhone was an iPhone. iPhone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I still think it's not cool.
I don't know why they had to clarify that. Like, I think people maybe thought the whole thing was an Xbox Series X. So then you'd get the Xbox Series X better, and the Xbox Series X sad, or whatever.
Yeah, the sad.
Like where Xbox Series X was the name of the whole thing, as opposed to, I don't know.
You know what?
Thinking about it, I don't know how you get confused, but people are, so why not?
I think that Xbox have kind of made a rod for their own back by developing dumb names for consoles. Because they went from Xbox, which, it's the first one, that's fine, to the Xbox 360, you go, oh, okay, I can kind of see it. Then you go back to Xbox One, and you're like, what? And then I remember at the time Xbox One came out, and everyone was calling it Xbone. And I remember that they said, you know what, when we name our next one, we won't name it something like that so that it gets a dumb nickname. But then they released the Xbox One S all digital. The Xbox One sad, because you're sad if you buy it. You'll be sad there's no disc drive in it. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, no, we won't do that again. I'm just going to go and do it again right now.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. It makes perfect sense.
The name is really important from an outside perspective. Coming from you or me, what does it matter what it's called?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
We are in the ecosystem. We don't care what it's called. We know what we're talking about when we talk about it. So, but it's people who are buying something for their kid and go, I want an Xbox. Which one? The Xbox. Obviously, they're not going to offer you an Xbox original, but the Xbox One or the Xbox Series X or the Xbox One X. And they go, what? I just take the PlayStation 5 because I know that's the latest number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even though I'm not a PlayStation fan, their naming conventions are a lot better than Xbox. Absolutely.
I don't know about better, but they make sense.
No, they're better. If we had come... You know what? If it had come out as Scarlet, you go, alright, cool. Scarlet's a cool word. It's very different to the Xbox One. It's very different to the Xbox 360.
Do they know?
That's cool.
Hold up. Do we know if they're going with a 5 or a V? I feel like I heard it was a PSV.
I heard that they trademarked PlayStation 5 to 10.
The number?
Yeah.
Okay. It's in my head as a PSV and PlayStation
I'm
version.
thinking Battlefield V, mate. I don't know. Anyway, we'll probably talk a lot more about the Series X as more information comes to light. Having said that, they did talk about the games at the Game Awards.
With the announcement of the console, they said, here is a game that one of our teams has been working on. All of this is in-engine footage and being built and optimized on the Series X. And they showed off a trailer that, to be honest, for a game I was not expecting. 110%. This blindsided me. Senua's Saga 2... Senua's Saga Hellblade 2.
Yeah.
So they've gone... They flipped the name on me, Alex.
Yeah.
Not Hellblade 2, Senua's
Hellblade
Saga.
2. Yeah. They... just for some context, I watched this at work. This trailer video. I watched it a couple of days ago. Maybe it was today. I don't know. But I watched it recently at work. And I have... I don't have speakers at my computer at work. I've got the onboard...
Oh, God.
Motherboard speaker or whatever it is inside.
Yeah,
I don't even know. It's so bad. But I had it turned down to 12 volume. And I could still hear like this. It is a really cool, hype video.
Yeah. It's a very... And if what he said is right, and if it comes out looking like this because it's been optimized and built it's all in-engine, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is
the thing that struck me is, if that's the case, her face, the way her face moves is very realistic.
Yeah, you
can still tell that it's not
stylized.
A filming of a person.
Yeah.
But it's
not
very
in
close.
That uncanny valley. We've completely skipped that uncanny valley of it's too real and looks fake because of that, and to just being damn realistic.
It makes me think I really need to go back and finish. I need to start and finish Senua's Sacrifice, which is on my whiteboard. But man, that is such a good get. And the thing that I've been saying, and when people come up to me in real life and they talk to me and they're like, "Oh man, PlayStation," I'm like, you know what? PlayStation have got the crown now, and credit to them. They've done very well. They capitalized on Xbox's terrible 2013 or whenever it was E3, and they went, we've got all this non-consumer friendly stuff happening. But they didn't just rest on their laurels, and they released quite a lot of very popular games and very good games.
Yeah.
But they kind of, as far as I've heard, they haven't really extended that. They haven't gone out like Microsoft have and bought 10 or 15 new studios that have pedigree to kind of go, all right, this is what we need for the PlayStation 5 generation.
Yeah.
And I think that because of that, I think that if they're going to come out and they're going to be almost the same power, which, they weren't that far off at Xbox One and PlayStation 4, it's going to be the games that differentiate it. And, I mean, just looking at it on paper, it looks like Xbox. To me, it looks like Xbox have got the goods.
Yeah, and obviously they've still got all their first-party stuff, but some of their third-party exclusive stuff is not lasting. It's not sticking. MLB The Show, their flagship MLB game, their contract is for exclusivity is running out next year. So 2021, we could see an MLB The Show game on the Xbox Series X. Yakuza, the Yakuza series, the fact that it's coming to Game Pass clearly indicates that Sega are open to bringing future Yakuzas over, and that exclusivity contract has ended. I mean, it's not the floodgates opening, but there are signs of tides turning.
There's a lot of the Final Fantasy, weren't they mostly PlayStation exclusive?
Yeah, a lot of that was really PlayStation exclusive. If we can get 14, that'll be the dagger in the heart.
What about 7? Have we got 7?
7. The 7 remake is only exclusive for a year, so March 2021. I think that's the date. It's being released. Well, we don't know if it's coming to Xbox still. There's obviously no confirmation, but the box art and everything says only on PlayStation until this date, or PlayStation exclusive until this date, something like that. Other games confirmed for the Series X that we definitely know about: Halo Infinite. Obviously, we all found out at E3 this year that was going to be the launch title. And then a bunch of Ubisoft stuff. So, Watch Dogs Legion, we know has been pushed back and will be on the Series X. Rainbow Six Quarantine, same thing. Gods and Monsters, and the 2 other unannounced AAA titles that Ubisoft are bringing out will all be on the Series X. The next Battlefield has been confirmed to be on it, obviously. But that just whether it'll be interesting to see whether that still comes out on the Xbox One, or that will be the indication of what is going to happen, what Battlefield does. Because Battlefield comes out September, generally, on their yearly schedule.
Something like that, September, October. Yeah.
So if they wait a month and do it only on the Series X, then we know how that's going to work for most titles, I guess.
I don't think they will.
That's a big EA game. I don't think they will either. But I also have no idea.
What I would like to have seen was Xbox exclusive games that were coming to the Series X. Like, that's the thing, like Watch Dogs Legion, Rainbow Six Quarantine, Gods and Monsters, and all these other ones. You're like, well, obviously.
Okay, well, but if I read the article, Battlefield 6 won't be on their Series X at launch, but probably in 2021. Reading for you.
Yeah. But it's like Halo Infinite, it's like, yeah, we know that, but that's good to mention. But it's like, you'll have that, I think, now that Microsoft own Ninja Theory.
Yes, so that's going to be an Xbox exclusive.
Hellblade 2 should be an exclusive. And it's like, well, what else is...
Because they definitely weren't developing that before Xbox purchased them. They were working on Bleeding Edge. At least I think
I hope that goes well, but for me, I mean, I wasn't really that interested in it, but yeah. Anyway, so lots of games coming to the X, the Series X, I should clarify.
The best announcement, the best announcement from the Game Awards. I think we're all super hyped for this game. So excited. Even my dogs are excited.
Wow, your dogs have pumped up on the mention of it.
And I will say, watching the trailer, the visuals and the graphics looked top notch. Fast and Furious Crossroads. we are all excited for this new Fast and Furious game. And I've rewatched the trailer. Oh my god! They look terrible.
Look, if it's free and it was like that Forza Horizon Presents, I'll play it. Otherwise, no.
I'm just gonna screenshot this and send it to you. Have you watched the trailer?
No.
Okay.
I heard it was announced, and that was the extent of my.
I'm sending this in Discord for you. Enjoy, buddy. This is a screen cap from the trailer.
I'm installing 13 updates.
On Discord?
I didn't have it open.
You're useless to me.
Yeah, I am.
That's right. You'll see that later and laugh randomly on the show, and we'll be like, "What?" Won't make sense, mate. Spitting image of Vin Diesel, isn't it?
Wow! Oh dear! What? Man, that's like some 4K. That's like not 4K as in 4,000. Like just 4
pixels.
Yeah, that is. Oh boy.
And another one.
Anyway, well, having said that, all right, so I wanted to ask you something. Oh, jeez, that's bad. You said you've watched the Game Awards, yeah? Did you watch it front to back?
Yep.
Did you see the music
front,
that was in it? Did you see the music? The artist that was performing?
Churches, Green Day, and Grimes. Yeah.
I was watching, I randomly flicked over to it. I reckon Poppy was there.
Grimes, isn't it?
I don't know, man, but I was looking at her and going,
the first one?
Looks...
What music? The electronic music?
They had those people wearing dark in the back and dancing around.
Yeah, Grimes.
There was the chick with the blonde hair. Oh, that wasn't Poppy, was it?
I don't know. I don't know who that is. Might be Poppy, but I don't know.
Poppy
I have to
Game
look up.
Awards.
No. Canadian singer. Grimes. Claire Elise Boucher.
Okay.
That's...
Oh, that's her. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, in her...
31 years old. Wearing, okay.
But she didn't look 31.
No.
I thought that was Poppy, and I was like, I needed to talk to someone about this, but I forgot until just then.
Yeah. Definitely wasn't. Green Day.
Green Day?
They look...
I missed that.
They have the exact same look plus 30 years. You know what I mean? They look exactly the same, but just 30 years older.
Well, I mean, they've been making music for a long time.
No, it was good. I enjoyed that performance. I loved Churches, so I loved watching that. Trying to think what else really big was like announced that I care about. The Magic the Gathering card game, next one. Hype.
Nah,
yeah.
Nope.
Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. That's going to be a video game. That's coming to consoles.
No.
That follows my favorite author and his general story of the Drizzt Do'Urden, the Dark Elf in Icewind Dale. So that'll be fun for me and Matt and no one else, because no one else will join us. But there's online co-op, so you know, Alex, you can jump in.
No, we were here. That's online co-op. CCGs? No, thank you.
Did you play? No, that won't be a CCG. It'll be like an action RPG. You played We Were Here?
Yes.
How'd you go?
I played it with Cameron.
Oh, okay.
He talked about it last week. No, we had a good time.
Did you? Did he? Yeah, no. Look at me. You think I'm going to listen to something I'm not on? I don't even listen to the ones I am on.
Yeah, but you were on them, so you don't need to. Alright, so the only trouble that we really had... So, you know when you're playing the chess game?
Uh-huh.
And there's the canister on... If you're starting as, I think, the librarian, you start, and there's that canister that says World's Best Chess Moves.
Yeah.
I picked that up, I put that on the film reel, I turned the handle, and it never played anything.
No, because Cameron didn't power up the machine.
Oh, Cameron, what are you doing? Okay, that's why that didn't happen. And
Yeah,
there was
there's
just
a machine
random...
in the courtyard that has to be powered up.
Oh, while you're freezing to death.
Yeah. So it powers up and then you can watch the film. It's a generator, probably. Yeah.
Okay.
So did you have to look up a video to find out the solution?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
And then because you did that the first time, you didn't bother looking for the generator the second time, did you?
Exactly.
Moron,
the other thing
Cameron.
we had trouble with, what was the other thing? So you know when you go into the maze with the red, green and blue levers?
Uh-huh. Yep, the dungeon.
I was in the room you start in that's got the eye puzzle on the wall.
Yep.
So I totally missed that there was a map that lights up as you enter the maze.
Yeah, okay. So what he should have told you is the words, like the answer lights up or something, or the directions light up. Because then you pull the white lever, and then the map shows up.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if it showed up or not, or if I just totally missed it. But he just navigated the maze himself. He's like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll pull this switch. Okay, I'm at a blue door. I need to go back. And mate, he must have a mind for maps. He was really impressive in that. But that last puzzle, the play.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know how you figure that out.
You listen to it and you just do what it says.
Oh, okay. That thing at the top of the
Marionette.
Yeah, scary boy.
Oh, scary boy.
Spooky boys.
Oh, I was not happy
man.
about that.
Yeah, nah. I kept
one
turning
time
around.
I did look away for a long time, and I turned around and it was real close, and I pretty much screamed.
Yeah.
And then
I turned and he moved, and I'm like, Cameron's moved! What's he doing, man?
He's not a threat, but he does show up in the second game.
Oh, okay. Spooky boys.
And spooks the crap out of me.
Yes.
Yeah, no, okay. All right. Good stuff.
Yeah, no, good times. That was a good one. We might end up doing the second one at some point, but yeah, we're not talking about games we played yet. We're talking about the G-Task Roundup, all right?
We are indeed.
Yeah.
And
right.
I don't know if anyone has done it in the 2 weeks I'm away, but if they haven't,
we have.
Shame on you. Okay, cool. We are into period 25. The bonus for this period is a solo side bonus. It is called Keep 'em Poppin', and it's to end the scoring period having unlocked at least 50 achievements. I would say at this point in the competition, you're pretty much guaranteed, unless you're doing really high different stuff, in which case, why are you using that and not preloading it? You know? But anyway, the solo cutoff for period 24 was 2,117. Our low solo man was Big L.
He's been low a couple of weeks running now.
Yeah, he's risking it. He's risking it.
He's preloading everything else. He's only just getting what's absolutely necessary. He's making a play for the big one.
Yeah, I don't know about that. 2,232 true achievement difference, 1,500 in bonuses, and 115 above the drop, so he was pretty close. Our high flyer was Secular Forever in second place with 8,327 true achievement difference. 2 eliminations on the solo side. Ben L72 and Mad Eye Pad Eye have both gone out. On the team side, the cutoff was 4,759. So we're starting to get to the point where the solo, like the team cutoff, is not more than 3 times the solo cutoff, which is interesting. It's interesting to see how those two numbers will interact. Our low flyers were Team Name Pending, High Road Vatu, Koosh Moose, and Freemhole with 6.
Wow.
That doesn't seem right. They're 36 above. I've clearly forgotten to add the bonuses into the score, because they had 6,795, which means and if they were 36 above the cutoff, it means the cutoff was actually 6,759. So I forgot to add the bonuses in for that cutoff. That's all right. High flyers, Is This Team Leapfrog, Infamous, Daniel JJ14, and Jimbot UK. 11th spot, 10,064 true achievement difference. We had one team eliminated, the American Scorer Society of Matriarch, Big L, and Toadstyle Venom, or Stan. Only makes sense if Big L is being Mr. Lowboy, that his team's going to go out. So there's that. Good luck to everyone still in.
The initials for the American Scorer Society.
SAS. TAS.
ASS.
V.
Oh, there's no "the" in this.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
All right. Anyway.
We don't say those kind of words.
Yeah, we can't without forgetting to bleep them out in editing, right? Right now?
Yeah, Matt. I presume. From what from what I read in the Discord.
Yes. All right.
So you know I didn't listen.
All right, let's talk about what we've been playing this week. Kirby, you haven't been on for a bit, so why don't you go first and tell everyone what's been happening?
So I have been playing catch-up on 12 Days of Christmas. I've officially completed it.
Really?
By the time you hear it.
That was fast.
By the time the listeners hear it, I'll have completed it. I think I'm halfway through, or 3/4 of the way through day 11 now, but when the listeners hear it, I'll be done. And if the episode is late, you know why it was late. Because I had to be done before I could release it. So I've been jumping around a lot. The 3 games I want to talk about the most, or at least I've been playing the most, I've been playing a lot of the new Sudoku. Microsoft Casual Game Sudoku is released on mobile.
Yeah, cool.
So I've been playing that on my phone. Lots and lots of time being put into it, but it's got one of those play for 12 months achievements, so
yeah, of course.
Just chip away at that. Has encouraged me to go back to the Windows 8 versions of Sudoku, the English and Japanese versions, to get them done. So I'll hopefully get them done before the end of the year, using some fancy backdating tricks to go back to January this year somehow. In February, March, April, May, so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. Get those achievements mopped up. Also had a boosting session for Sunset Overdrive, doing the Chaos Squad for the 2 DLCs, the Mool Rig and Finko Bots. I don't know what
that's the 1800 Chaos one, isn't it?
Yeah,
is that the big one?
1800 Chaos and like a 2500 Chaos.
Yeah.
So we got. It basically took 2 attempts. The Oil Rig one took us 3 attempts. two night defenses, 3 attempts. Because the first one we failed a mission, so we couldn't get the chaos we needed, so we abandoned and restarted. The second attempt, we got enough, made it to the night defense, and someone started it immediately before we'd set up. So, obviously that went terribly. Second time, yep, easy as you like. Cake, finished it, done, got the achievement. This is the first time I've ever played Chaos Squad as well, so I didn't know what I was doing.
Just kill everything. Defend your things, kill everything. Easy.
Yep. And then the Fizz Cobots or whatever, 2 attempts there. Once because we picked a mission or a challenge, whatever, in your 2 options, that was literally impossible. There's essentially a plane flying, and you need to take down the plane before it finishes its path. But I don't know how you'd catch up to that. Like, you have to kind of, I guess, predict where it's going and beat it, be ahead of it, as opposed to chasing it, because you'll never catch it if you're chasing it. It was awful. Second time, easy, got the achievement, no problem. I barely had to do anything, thanks to everyone else in the group. So, got those 2 achievements, and hopefully we'll get the rest of the multiplayer done, now that I've sort of understood the multiplayer. It's not really that difficult, I don't think.
Did you enjoy it?
No, I don't like Sunset Overdrive.
I thought that's what you were going to say. I thought you'd said it before, and I was like, hopefully this turned you around. But
only because, again, the new Insomniac games from Ratchet and Clank, I was expecting something close to that, and it was too far from that. I'm not saying there are similarities, but it's having to grind and bounce and whatever to do better. I don't like that in the combat. I don't really like that. I like
it's
strafing,
not easy.
standing, whatever.
Yeah,
but just me, I think. Yeah, I know that's an unpopular opinion but again, I like Life is Strange. I understand that I'm the minority and that other people enjoy it, and I still recommend it to people, but I didn't enjoy it, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I disagree with you, but, if you don't like it, you don't like it.
That's okay.
That's fine.
At least I don't think, at least for Sunset Overdrive, I don't know that I'm right. That's just my opinion. Other games are definitely fact. Starlink Battle for...
Okay, yeah, alright.
Starlink Battle for Atlas I've played as well. I think it's Ubisoft spaceship game. And it's really weird. At least it started off weird. Essentially, you pick your ship, you pick your weapons. It's supposed to be the Toys to Life thing.
Yes, Ubisoft. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you land on you're on a planet, is where you start off, and you do a couple missions. So it's like an open world game, except your character is a ship. So you're just a spaceship that's running on the ground, or floating just above the ground and flying around and shooting things. You could replace that with a person, and the gameplay would be exactly the same. So, and then you fly out into space, and that's where I left it. And I wasn't expecting... You still jump as well. So, it's literally... You're a person, except you're a ship. So, I do kind of want to get back to it, and I wonder if being in space will have any elements where there's dogfights or anything. But, well, I mean, there was in the intro, but I don't know whether that's a recurring theme, or it was just for that set-piece moment, and then you're done. But yeah, weird game. I don't know. I don't know whether I like it yet or not. And so, I didn't do a huge amount in any particular title. So I jumped around a bit. But I did get 3,555 Gamerscore this week. So I'm playing catch-up and hoping to hit 800,000 by the end of the year. So that's just over 10,000 to go. Because if I do that, then it's an easy 200k next year to hit the million. And then...
easy 200k.
I think this would be the only year I haven't done 200k or more. Over the year. Excluding the first year, that doesn't count because I started in, September.
Can't man, those are rookie numbers for that year.
Yeah. Those are nothing.
Well, you had an eye transplant and you still got more Gamerscore than me.
Yeah, and I ranked higher than you in Rocket League.
Yeah, alright. I was just thinking about it. I was just saying before we started that I was going to eat my dinner and finish a 20-minute Ratalaika game. And you still would have had more than me.
Oh.
By 65 Gamerscore. Okay. I've been playing quite a few things, so I wasn't on last week either. But I talked about on the last show I was on going to zero latency, the VR VR experience with Tarragon and my friend Dean. So it's a 45-minute play session. You get there, you get debriefed and instructions for the first 10 or 15 minutes, get your gear on and get going. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a great time. You're all in communications with each other. It's got the classic VR stuff where the arms are all moving through the body and through your face and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of funny moments in there. But out of 8 players, I came 4th. My friend Dean came first. So I'll talk a little bit about the game and then I'll go through some of the stats. But the game essentially is you walk from one side of the warehouse to the other, and then it transports you to a new place. And then you need to turn around and head through that kind of floor, and you do the same thing. Or you might hop into an elevator, and then you turn around out of the elevator and go around because they only have the limited space. Mm-hmm. But you go through, you need to meet objectives, clear all the zombies out. It's kind of like Left 4 Dead in VR, but a lot slower. And only one special type of zombie. So my friend Dean, he placed first out of all 8 players. He played first. He had 300 kills, 215 of which were headshots.
Jeez.
So, yeah.
So keep him on your good side, yeah.
He's pretty solid. I came 4th. I had 200 kills, 101 headshots. Tarragon came 5th with 138 kills and 89 headshots. So it's a bit tricky to get used to in VR because it's aside from playing. I think I've played. I actually don't even know what the game was. I played it at PAX in 2017. No, I haven't.
I thought you did Beat Saber at the.
Actually, yeah, I did. I did play Beat Saber in VR. Yeah, that was in stall at the Amazing Race thing. Yeah, so it's. I had trouble with the headset because I had to tilt my head slightly back so that the view was clear because the visor didn't stay closed around my eyes correctly.
Is it because you got a really big head?
No, because Dean had the same problem and he doesn't have a really big head.
Okay. I didn't think you did, but I just wasn't sure if I
do have a large head. No one's going to dispute that, but I don't think it's because of that. But I'm not sure what it is because of.
I just want to clarify for the listeners. It's not like it's a watermelon-sized head. It's just you're a big, tall bloke. You got a big, tall head. That didn't make it any better.
It's proportionately. It
is proportionate, but because you're a tall bloke, it's bigger. That's all. Yeah, you're right. It is proportionate.
That's probably fair.
It doesn't look weird, is what I'm trying to say.
I think you're just digging any further here. So, we did pretty well in zero latency.
Not a 5-head.
A 5-head. I don't know, with my hairline, I could be a 6-head soon. All right, so that's zero latency. Good times. But I also played some video games on my Xbox this week. So at one stage, I took over the news feed by doing Minecraft because I finished the Buzzy Bees update or whatever it was on Android and on Xbox, and I finished the Cats and Pandas on Xbox. So I downloaded the new It's Showtime Achievement World. And, man, it is really good, really organised. It's something that you could use to do from start to finish all of the achievements in the game.
Uh-huh.
So it's got everything in the one world, whereas previously it'd be, one world for this, one world for that update, and so on.
Is that the new map, or is that the realm?
No, that was in the Dropbox.
Okay.
But I think the realm is similar.
Realm is just that map, but online, I guess.
I think so.
Yeah.
That was easy. It took me about half an hour. I did the Buzzy Bees on both, and I got the cat giving you a gift, which is just,
that's a pain, that one.
I had one cat, and I knew I needed only one cat because if you have multiples, it doesn't work. And I was kept going to sleep with both my characters, and they wouldn't give me the gift. And it turns out I had set it to sit, so that it couldn't move to get me a gift. And I went to sleep like 10 times, going, "Why don't you go and get me a gift, you stupid cat?"
And he's like, "I'm just being a good boy, just being a good boy, good boy sit."
I thought it was because it was looking at my the character from my phone, my Android one, and I already had the achievement there. And I'm like, "Why aren't you going?" So I kept trying to I'd give it like 30 fishes, 30 raw cods, trying to get it real happy, go to sleep, nothing. And I'm like, "What is going on?" Anyway, don't do what I did and get the cat to sit, because it doesn't work.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. It's bad. I also played Shadow Warrior 2, so I've been playing this with Crackshot and Kanchanaburi. I've only got a few achievements left, and for the most part, I've really enjoyed this game. The story is I mean, it's alright. The humour in the game, I mean, your character's name is Lo Wang. I've mentioned this before. There's a lot of Wang-related jokes. It's right up one of my humours that I really enjoy, like just toilet humour. It's very, very funny for that. Having said that, the achievements that I have left are a real pain. So I've got Valak C in our Discord was talking about this at the time that they finished it, but I've got the achievements, three achievements left. Sorry, I've got the unlock all achievements. I've got the find 50 secrets and 10,000 orbs that I need to earn. I've got 1,007 orbs currently. I haven't started any grinding. But the secret achievements. So I've got 29 out of 50 currently. And I reckon you can get about 35-ish from playing through the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
The remaining ones that you need to get, you have to go into free roam to get them. But the free roam, you say you want to go to... there's like Shadow Hills, there's like the metro area, and the third area, I think, Zilla Enterprises. When you select to go to those things, it spawns you into a random chunk of the map. Totally random. Could be a place that you've already visited during the campaign, which you've already collected the secrets for. Or it could not be. So you might be running around in chunk after chunk of the map that you don't actually need to find a secret. So I'm really not looking forward to having to grind that, because it seems like a real pain to have to grind it. Anyway,
that sounds like a streamlined experience.
Yeah. And when I was talking about this game with you before, I said it's a really good game, but there are just some elements that it needed a little bit longer for polishing. Like that, you need to be able to travel to specific places, and you need to be able to choose that you're going to them. Like for those secrets, there are some other things like continuity issues, some just little things that I noticed along the way. I'm like, yeah. Anyway, having said that, overall, it's a really good game. It's on Game Pass at the moment, so if you have Game Pass, check it out. It's a lot of good fun, especially in co-op. I mean, just mashing up enemies with the swords and the guns and the mods that you can get. It's great. Just be aware that the achievements are a nightmare. And the last game I played, Tracks, the train set game, sorry. Have you played this yet?
No, it's once I'd finished 12 days and I make that push for 800k, it's going to be one of the ones I use. But no, I haven't played it just yet.
It's a really cool game. I'm personally not a fan of trains or train sets. I mean, I'm not a fan of them. I'm just indifferent. But driving a wooden train around tracks that you lay, it's actually quite relaxing and quite fun. I sound like a huge dork. I can hear it when I talk about this game, but it's a lot of fun. One of the things that turned me off playing it, and probably why I took so long to play it, is I heard people talk about the control system being very difficult to kind of understand. Okay. And I found the opposite for that. I found it like really intuitive when you're laying track. It's quite easy, quite intuitive. Yeah, I had no troubles with it at all. I did use the guide on True Achievements to finish the game faster, but they do
Who
say...
is that, Bills? I know Bills has one. It might not, like, not saying he's the only one, but I know he's got one. Achievement Land.
I don't know who it was. I'll just have a quick look. Tracks, walkthrough.
Oh, the walkthrough on CA.
Sly Cooper. Yeah, Sly Cooper 20. I used the walkthrough.
Yeah, no, so all good. Yep. I wasn't thinking the walkthrough when you said guide for some reason.
Right, okay. Sense. You're thinking like the video guide.
Yeah, like a guide, not the guide.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Well, it took me about an hour 10, and that was with, a bit of messing around in there. So I reckon you could probably get it down under an hour if you were just trying. Yeah, a lot of fun. A lot of fun game. It seems like one of those games that if you have a day where you're just like, oh man, I've had such a terrible day. I want to come home and just enjoy something for a little bit. Chuck this game on. It's good fun. It's very easy, very calming. Yeah, it's good to play. I'm also into the 5th day on the 12 days of Christmas. I need one more 15 Gamerscore achievement. I'm not sure that I'm going to finish it because there's... which day is it that I'm going to have
what flag
with?
Or what thing? Okay, you're on day 5, so secret achievements, Game Pass, Darlings.
No.
Day 8 is cumulative plus or minus. Day 9 is shop.
Maybe.
Day 10 is
shop.
Shop?
Maybe, yeah.
Shop or difficulty specific?
Maybe. There's a couple of tricky ones. Maybe it's 11. What's 11?
Difficulty specific. That's things like beat the game on hard.
Yeah.
Or higher.
Do this particular action on a certain difficulty.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, the difficulty specific. Anyway, I'll have a look when I get to that day and see if it's possible. But, yeah. All right. So, for me, that was Gamerscore, what was it, 2,490. So, yeah. All right, let's talk about the games that are on sale now, because there are a few. Not super good sale, but not a bad sale.
No, yeah, it's all right. We have... before that I just wanted to mention 2 games leaving Game Pass, Headlander and Tecmo Bowl Throwback. I don't think there's a date set for them, but probably end of this month, I'd guess. Headlander is a pretty good Metroidvania, and Tecmo Bowl is doo-doo pants, so don't worry about that one. But do Headlander. It's a 8 to 10 hour completion. Really, really good. Yeah, I think that was all for stuff leaving. As for games on sale, we have Aborigines. I
think it's Aborigines, maybe? Because I looked it up at the time. I was thinking, it's a game about Aborigines.
Yeah,
but it's not.
I don't know what they're supposed to be called anymore.
Yeah.
They just change it every 3 weeks what they want to be called. Anyway, that's 25% off, $4.86. I've heard it's a very easy completion, so I'm going to pick that up. Doodle God Ultimate Edition, 65% off, $6.99. Legend of the Skyfish, 40% off, $6.17. Oh Sir, The Hollywood Roast, 60% off, $1.99. Pixark, 50% off, $25.99. Super Willow D-Make, 30% off, $5.54. So yeah, not a crazy good stuff for super easy Gamerscore, but it is what it is. More importantly, Goose Game's on Game Pass, so go do that now. Go do that yesterday.
And Goose Game, I think, is in this sale for 25% off as well.
It
like
is.
A launch sale.
It is. Yeah. But it doesn't have a US price yet. It has an Australian price discounted of $22.46. So I'd hazard guess it's probably $20 US not on sale. So $15 on sale. That would be my rough guess. Maybe a little bit cheaper, but yeah. Recommendation. I did not plan this out in advance.
Well, I don't have a recommendation, so I can just put it out there. I mean, I've played Doodle God. It's okay, but would I say I recommend it? No, I wouldn't say that I recommend it. If you like easy Gamerscore, sure. But, I mean, $7 for an hour and a half of mindless matching, I don't know that I could say I recommend it.
I don't think there's anything here that really jumps out as something you must buy. I guess maybe some of the bundles, maybe Forza Horizon 4 Ultimate Edition.
Because you want to play that Battle Royale mode that we were talking about,
Yeah. All good. Potential purchases, I think I mentioned Aboriginus from me, and possibly Surf World Series still. I'm kind of like on the fence of. I've heard how awful it is, which makes me want it more. So I'm like, 50% off. Will I? Won't I? I don't know. We'll find out next week when I say I didn't buy it.
I'm just going to buy Super Willow D-Make. It's a rad like a game. That was the game that I was going to use to get in front of you while I ate my dinner, but still would have been behind. So
yeah, that's the one where once you're in the ice world, everything is slippery, even the air.
Oh, I don't even know. I didn't even look at anything apart from Rad Leica and Australian 550.
It's like right, Super Mario Brothers 3.
Okay.
Yeah, you get to the ice world, and you have a suit that can fly, and you fly, and you can. It's basically the same as if you walk on the ground. You like stop moving, and you just keep sliding in the air for a bit because everything's made of ice. Yeah,
makes perfect sense. All right, was there anything in Knobs and Discos this week?
Probably, maybe. I didn't look at it, to be honest, and I think I cleared out my inbox, so I won't see it. So, Just Dance 2020 had something marked as unobtainable and then removed. So there's that. Literally a zero-sum affair. So, yep, no, that's it. Good enough.
All right. Well, we did get another community question from Isaac. So Isaac says, "Hey guys, last week I asked about the best Xbox One exclusive titles, and I really liked your answers." You're welcome, no worries. So this week I want to ask about Xbox 360 titles. What is the best Xbox 360 backwards compatible game or games that I should definitely pick up? I have about 40 installed on my box right now, but I'm sure there are a lot of games I don't have and may have missed in the past. Do you want me to go first and go through some of the games, or do you have some?
I think I've only got. I've got four games that I would recommend. Five, actually, but.
Well, if you have 5 in your head, I have a lot more than that. I actually had to stop. All right, I'll go first. So, Wolfenstein 3D. I remember I played this probably about 5 years ago. I think I paid $1.30 or $1.20 Australian for it. But I used to play Wolfenstein 3D on my PC when I was too young to play Wolfenstein 3D. It's a great game. It's a lot of fun. And it actually translates well to the controller, I thought, because, it's a first-person shooter with you shoot, you change gun, you walk, turn and strafe. Easy. Banjo-Kazooie, and I mean Banjo-Tooie as well, but Banjo-Kazooie for me is...
Nuts and bolts, yeah, I agree.
No, not that one. Although I'm pretty sure that is also backwards compatible, but
Definitely
don't do
is.
that. Doom 1 and Doom 2, and the bonus of getting the Xbox 360 version is there are no login screens, no DRM. You just play it.
You telling me you just play the game you buy?
I know, I can't believe it, right?
Ridiculous. Nonsense.
No.
I don't believe you.
Absolute nonsense, but yes, it's true. I feel like I'm on an infomercial. But wait, there's more. No login screens. The Darkness 1 and 2. So Neo has talked in the recent past about playing The Darkness. The boosting for the multiplayer is not cool in Darkness 1, but the story is good. Darkness 2 is a much easier completion overall, and I don't think there are any competitive multiplayer achievements in that. They were just co-op related, and the co-op's quite fun. The orange box, which has got, Half-Life 2? Half-Life Episode 1 and Episode 2, and it's got Portal and
Team Fortress 2.
Team Fortress 2, that's the one. Excellent. I mean, such a great value box, the orange box. Alan Wake, Portal 2. I mean, I actually had to stop writing them down because I had so many. But I think your 5 games that you were thinking of were quite different to mine. So, What's on your list?
Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 13-2, Final Fantasy Lightning Returns, which is technically 13-3. They're all backwards compatible. Okay. Great games. I highly recommend them. You will jump a little bit differently. Plants vs. Zombies, the original, the tower defense game. I really like that game.
That was fantastic. Games with gold as well, wasn't it?
Probably, maybe.
I think it was. I think that's the only reason I have it.
I played it on a free-to-play weekend and got it done. So
yeah, it's not a long completion.
Beyond Good and Evil HD, I think it's a little bit dated, but it's a really good game. I really enjoyed it. And lastly, I saw this and figured I'd throw it in there because why not? Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Oh, no.
You should play King Kong backwards compatible. Oh. I'm pretty sure it's X enhanced, 4K upgrade. All seriousness, yeah, anything that's Xbox One X enhanced, considering you've got a One X, like Assassin's Creed, stuff like, so the original Assassin's Creed, stuff like that. I think I can filter my list for that really quick.
What Xbox X enhanced games?
Yeah, that are backwards compatible.
Wow, okay. That's hectic.
So all of the Final Fantasy 13s that I recommended. So, great news there.
Yeah.
The original Assassin's Creed, Portal has been X-enhanced. I like the Viva Pinata games. So, Viva Pinata, Trouble in Paradise, and Viva Pinata 1 are both X-enhanced. I really like those games, but they're not for everyone. I understand that. They're very management-y, and I like running a farm. So
Gears of War 3 is backwards compatible as well, isn't it?
Sure, why not?
I'm pretty sure it is, and I'm pretty sure it's X-enhanced too. After Rocket League, that's the game that I have spent the most time in. I'm actually not even sure. I might have more hours in that than Rocket League still. I played a lot of Horde back in the days. Mm-hmm. Back in the days. Jeez, it wasn't that long ago, but you know what I mean.
Yep, that's my list. I think any of those titles would be fantastic on, and I think they're all sort of a little bit different. They're not all just your JRPG 80-hour slog. So
just 3 of them.
Well,
right?
Yeah. Or just wait until they're on Game Pass.
Yeah, it's going to be next year, isn't it?
Indeed it is.
Yeah. Well, no hurry. You can play some of the other things we mentioned while they come to Game Pass. Save yourself a few bucks.
Yep.
All right. Milestones. Episode 72 milestones. So, Chugsy667. Is that a new person?
I think they haven't had a good enough milestone. I don't think they're super new, but I think they're just trash tier milestones from before. So now they've done something worth talking about.
That's a bit harsh. So Chugsy667, 1500 achievement win streak. That's nice work. Philip Wendell, 400,000 true achievement score. What?
I thought it was a 1500 day achievement win streak.
It's alright.
1500 is still good, but I just thought it was. I thought I was putting a different milestone in.
What's your best achievement win streak?
Days.
Both.
My best achievement win streak for days is 731
days or achievements.
Days, 2 years in 1 day. Not by my choice. I ended the streak, waited 24 hours, popped an achievement, decided to count it. Anyway,
I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, if you look at my streak, you'll see 1st of November, 3rd of November. Just, yeah, TA did me a solid by adding another day to my streak to give me 2 years in one day. It also is a 12,460 achievement win streak.
Okay. Right, I'm just finding mine. I think mine was my best was 134 days.
I'm proud of you, buddy.
577 achievements. That was in start day of 3rd of July 2014.
So this win streak is still just over 50% of my total achievements. I've earned 24,481. This achievement win streak was 12,460. So I'm at 12,020 achievements outside of this win streak.
Okay.
So yeah, in another 430 achievements, I'll finally have more than half my achievements not in this win streak.
Alright. Well, let's get back to some other milestones then.
Yep.
So, Lord Chabello 13 is on a 2,000-day achievement win streak.
That's what I thought I was getting myself into the first time.
Maddie L22L is 50 games played. Kung Fu Skills has reached 200,000 Gamerscore. And Valak C has reached 250 games played.
Just realised the first milestone on my list is in the same vein of I thought I was adding a different milestone in. Whatever, it's there. I'm on it. Oh, wow, someone else has done it too later down. Damn it, Chin, you're a genius. Kronos is currently on a 500 achievement win streak. Maddie L22L has reached a new milestone of 150,000 true achievement score. Hatton90 has reached 100,000 gamer score.
Yeah.
MOG air horns. Definitely remember to put them in. Those of you. Kingsman 2625 has completed 300 games and is also on a 500 achievement win streak. Those were definitely meant to be days. And I'm just... Whoops. And Zombie Goons GS has reached a new milestone of 250 games played. If your milestone was not read out, it's because I deemed it not good enough. Get on my level.
There's
also,
nothing to do with our bot being...
I don't know what our criteria is, and I'm just kind of picking out round numbers, and I hope that they'll fix the RSS feed soon so we can have our bot back up.
Yeah. Alright. Let's close out the episode then. So, if you'd like to get in touch with us, you can send us an email the way Isaac does on a regular basis. You can send it to hello@realgamerscore.com. You can send us tweets and follow us on Twitter @realgamerscore. Discord.io/realgamerscore. That's the invite link to our Discord. Patreon.com/realgamerscore. That is our Patreon page. You can write in questions to the show just like Isaac does, and we will get to them. And also, if you're interested in being on the show, if we need someone, you can get in touch with me. You can subscribe to us on iTunes or the podcast platform that you listen to. Leave us a review, tell your friends about us, retweet us and interact with us on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube and or Patreon. Chin, if someone wants to get in touch with you and say, hey mate, I'm on your level, how do they do that?
Well, they wouldn't because they've yet to get there. But they can find me on Twitter, Xbox Live, True Achievements, Discord. Find me streaming on Mixer, all under the one name, ChinDocta, ChinDocta. That's ChinDocta. It'll be too late by the time you hear this, but I did a special stream. I don't think I actually streamed. I think I just was joined Kronos' stream tomorrow. So it'll be good. It was a fun time, I presume. Or it was awful because just we couldn't teamwork properly. One of the two. Hasn't happened yet. By the time you hear it, it will have happened, probably. But yeah, no, it was or wasn't fun.
What are you going to be streaming?
We have or are about to stream Overcooked 2. We wanted to do a Christmas game. There was no Christmas DLC for Overcooked 2, so we're just doing Surf and Turf because that's the Aussie Christmas.
Yeah, okay. Fair
Just
enough.
some seafood and some heat, you know.
I'll have a surf and turf, but hold the surf. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no thanks. I don't like seafood.
I don't like prawns.
Yeah.
Or crab. Or lobster.
Crab I could probably deal with.
Squid, octopus I'm good with. Fish, for the most part, I'm good with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
crustaceans I don't want to have any bar of.
It all tastes like seawater. That's what I don't like. Tastes like blah. Anyway, you didn't come on here to hear me talk about my eating habits. You can find me on Xbox, Twitter, Mixer, and True Achievements, Professor Pluto, and you can find me on Twitch at ProfessorPluto1. All right. Or you can find me, actually, you can find me on my alternate gaming tag at NeoMaster Wizard of New Zealand as well. So,
Grand Wizard of New Zealand.
That's the one, yeah. So I had to out myself. I am
obviously
Grand Wizard of New Zealand.
Obviously, Matt's not on the show.
Yes, we didn't even bake him.
No, we regret to inform you that he passed on. He passed on being on the show. He chose not to be on. So, I am upset that this has happened. I'm in mourning that he's passed on being on the show because he's away on holidays.
How dare he?
I know.
Not like how dare he, like how dairy, like milk.
Preferably yogurt in my Weet-Bix.
Fine. Yeah, I've yogurt and banana on my Weet-Bix.
I just have.
And here we are talking about food. Anyway, there we go. We're back to food.
I just have Weet-Bix and milk. I don't have the frills.
Weet-Bix, milk, yogurt, banana.
Yeah, Weet-Bix milk. Done.
Yeah. Yeah, no. No thanks.
No muss, no fuss, no frills. Just want the food. Don't need all your extra bits.
Just need the fibre. Okay, keeps you regular.
Does.
Alright. Well, there we go. That's a nice little end to episode 72. Thanks everyone for stopping by and listening. We'll catch you next episode. See you later.
See ya.
Peace.